Well, welcome to our tutorial on how to perform all of the needed steps for licensure in the state of Oklahoma. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go up here and click Applicant Login at the top. And then you're going to scroll down here to Initial License Application. That's because your first steps will be to apply for licensure in the state. So it's initial, right? And you're not an MD, you're going to be in the Allied Initial License Application. Right down here you'll see Physical Therapist Assistant. So you're going to click that button right there. That's going to take you in, and then you will get specific by going over here. It's under the TA heading right here, Physical Therapist Assistant, License Requirements. Click here to apply. So first we're going to click there to apply. You're going to go ahead and go through all of these steps, which is first to create a login, answer the questions, make the payment, and then send your supporting documentation. That's kind of your first things. So you'll create your login and password and go forward from there. Let me go ahead and go back now, and I'm going to take you back here. And this is one of two ways of getting into the next area. You could click here at License Requirements, which is what we're going to do, and I'll show you another way to get in there here in just a minute. But once you click there, it's going to take you to the specific Physical Therapist Assistant forms and resources right here. That's your next landing area, and this is really critical to get done as soon as possible because timelines are going to get a little tight on you. So as you can, go ahead and complete these steps again just as soon as possible. Forms and resources right here. So we click that. That opens up. Okay, so what you have are links and downloads all the way through here. So a few of those links are going to take you to areas that will probably be more beneficial to you once you're already licensed, like the compact privilege. But some of these links are going to be immediately required. For instance, your evidence of status form. That's basically saying that you're a U.S. citizen. And so we'll want to go ahead and start that process right there. And so when I click that, it takes me here to my evidence of status forms, and I can go ahead and supply you with these forms. So you'll just want to come see me, and we can print those, but you'll need to fill all of this out. And what I want you to see here, if I can get your attention down here at the bottom, is that it has to be notarized and sealed by the notary. So those are things that you'll want to print or come get from me, and then have your notary sign that at the time that you meet with them. The next thing that you're going to have to do is supply them with a copy of your birth certificate. So you're going to have to go in and get one of those somehow, and if you don't have one, you'll need to file for one by the state that you were born in. So make sure you do that, because that helps them to verify that you are indeed an American citizen, and they will not issue you a license until you get their evidence of status provided. So from there, we have that. The next thing is come in and see me, and we'll get you your application instructions. That is also going to be a printable form, and when you print that, it kind of has some things for you to fill out. Certainly another date, signature, those things are important, but that will tell you kind of how you're going to do that. Now, for those of you who will ultimately be early testers, you're going to have this pre-graduation exam form. That means you've passed the exit exam and you're going to take the test in April before graduation. You're also going to have Form 1. Both of those are things that I send in, so you won't really have anything to do with this other than applying a signature to that, and then I will send that in. From there, you do need to have this form printed again, and it gives you some information that you'll want to have, but you will be sending that form in with your other information to the state, and that is all electronically submitted. So next you will come here, and your next link here is your oath and photo page. Again, I can print this form for you, and then you can take it if you don't have a printer. But one of the big things here is you're going to have a photograph. It has to be 2 by 2. Now that's something that we might be able to help you out with. So come and see me, and we can talk about how to get you your photograph, because that is something that sometimes we can do. The next thing is that photograph has to be fixed to this piece of paper. You have to sign it. You have to have it notarized. So there's 2 documents right there that have to be notarized. Then you're going to take that form and you're going to bring that to me as well, and we're going to send that in electronically to the state because they like it that way. The next thing you're going to do is see that Form 1 here is Allied Verification of Education. That is for me to fill out. You're not going to have to worry about that. So again, what do you need to worry about? You need to download application instructions, you need to download evidence status form, and then you need to do the oath and photo page. Those are your 3 first responsibilities. For me, I will do Form 1. We won't worry about Form 3 because that says to people, or that speaks to people who already have a license, and that's not you yet. So don't worry about that. You will also want to, at some point, get your individual supervisor to fill out this form. That won't happen until you get your first job, so don't worry about that yet. Now, again, you need to do the application, your evidence of status, your oath and photo. One more thing that you have to do is your extended background check. This is under a link, and when you click it, you will fill out the information, and that will get you started. And then once they do that, they will ask you to go to a specific location to do fingerprinting. That has all to do with another location, not at CASC. So make sure you go through that step again as quickly as possible, because all of these things take time, and if you don't get it done, then they will not let you sit for the exam. So those are your steps right there. There are 4: your background check, your oath and photo, your evidence of status, and your application. From there, everything else is on me, and that includes, for those of you who early test, getting this form right here, your pre-graduation exam form, submitted. I will do that when you show me that everything else is complete and we send everything in together. That way the state of Oklahoma has all documents together in one file with your name. Let me know if you have any questions.